2 times a week.
Good morning, Molly. Good morning, everybody.
Hello, Tiff. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. You know, I think it's going to be a different year with New Year's resolutions this year.
Oh, I got to say something about that.
Oh, you do? Good.
What I want to say is every single person I know, women I'm thinking of more, are all talking about gaining weight and being so frustrated. And I know it's like always a New Year's resolution, but I feel like it's going to be bigger than ever before. I don't have one single friend who's like, oh yeah, I've been using the pandemic to get fit, work out more, and eat great.
No, I feel like it's been near impossible. That's what I feel. I'm in that boat. But they do say that this year, due to the pandemic, they're absolutely changing resolutions. And truthfully, weight loss has not been in the list.
Really?
No, now I think people are just, because we're just talking about it nonstop, so we've got we've got to add other things in. I'm sure it's going to be one of the things, but it is not what's going on the actual list. 71% of people actually said that what they're going to focus on are learning new life skills or practical goals for 20 and 21. For 2021.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you.
Just kidding.
Yeah, and go ahead.
But a practical goal might be drinking more water, or it might be doing, yoga or walking briskly once a week. I mean, that's a practical goal, but still with sort of the same end game in mind.
True. I just think people are making that goal regardless of New Year's. And what they're saying is for New Year's specifically, people are going to focus more on budgeting because of this year's pandemic, as well as focusing on experiences, like I mentioned. And they say that means time with families or ways to connect with family and friends differently, and trying to figure out a way to travel more, even if it's road trips. So that's what they're saying New Year's resolutions are going to involve more. I think that the health and weight loss is just sort of a given because it's an everyday conversation at this point.
Yeah, that's like 100% of the female friends I have.
It's like, I'm not even going to put that on my list. It's just.
Exactly. That doesn't even need to be on there. It's like, duh. Yes. But I will say with the pandemic, as hard as it's been, and I have a lot of close friends who've lost parents and had devastating things happen, so I don't want to minimize that. But the true positive for me is spending more time with my kids. I mean, they're all home and trying to do something that's not a big deal, but meaningful. And I am appreciating that time because I've got one who's a senior in college and one who's a senior in high school. And I know that my time with all of them under my roof is shrinking. And so I do appreciate that. And one of the things I've been focused on lately, kind of a New Year's goal, but also related to that, with everybody home and a new dog, is being more organized.
You gotta be.
I think my number one paper tip, paperwork tip, one touch. So you open it and you address it. If it's a permission slip for a kid field trip, you fill it out, you put it in the kid's backpack. They're probably not doing that now.
I know, I was going to say, I love that you always use that, though, because your kids are too old to take field trips anymore and have a permission slip.
Well, and I do that because it's the paperwork when they're younger in grade school is monumental. But I'm always thinking that I'm focusing on older kids, and I forget how many people have really young kids still, so I was trying to include them. But here's the thing is they said, here's one habit to break if you want a more organized home. And I think we're all spending so much time, you want to be more organized. And it's kind of like my car tip, like keeping a clean car. It's don't toss just mail on the kitchen counter. What they're saying is have a system. Sounds easy. Well, for me, it's having a garbage can in my garage with a car, and I clean it out each day and you put garbage in it. Well, when it comes to mail, have a little recycling bin, an attractive, stylish waste basket. So you throw away the stuff has to be thrown away. You recycle the stuff you can. You put the bills one place to pay, and the other things you have to save and read later. Just coming up with a simple system that's stylish rather than tossing things on the counter, and then incorporating the one touch rule too. You got it made.
You got it made. Okay, I like that. I think it's good. Here's something that can help you stay focused, because that's, I think, a big thing when you're actually trying to get those things done, being organized, hitting goals, whatever it is, you got to stay focused, right? So one thing I thought that was interesting is they did this study from the University of Wyoming, and they said the one thing that can be the key to keeping you focused and get more accomplished is the fact that you have to stick to your routine. And you and I talked about this weeks ago about sticking to morning routines. They say the morning routine in particular, the moment that you have a distraction and you veer away from that routine, your focus will be diminished for the rest of the day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm more and more, the older I get, the more I have a morning routine, and I love it. And people, not only keeps them focused, but I think they love it. It's like it gives them joy.
Yeah, well, you think about, you read books about some of the most accomplished people or, whatever it is, people who've just done wonderful things with their lives and they truly have got it down. They all have routines. I think they, they do specific things in the morning every single day. And that's what they're saying. If you want to be focused, if you want to achieve your goals, that's how you do it. You stick to a routine and it's going to help you stay focused.
I love that. That's perfect as we look to a new year too.
Absolutely. That's true.
I love it.